Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of Long War of the Chosen Mod Jam Plus Edition. We have a great mission to get rolling in on here in just a moment. If we take a look at our geoscape, we currently have a smash and grab ready to go. We did get an intel package from that last mission, which will be an engineer, which we will grab soon. And we are looking to finish making contact in New Brazil as well. But for the moment, we are going to scan here to get this mission ready to go. And then once this mission is complete, we will also be setting up the next two. We are going to get a research project done, and we are going to go into alien biotech next. This is going to unlock all of our autopsies as well as AP rounds, which are going to be super important for Mod Jam, especially when you get to Force Level 3. While we're at Force Level 1 right now, we certainly do need to pay attention and be aware of what is going to be coming up. So the smash and grab is ready to go. We are at 7 to 9. We do have our hoplite, our hunter, an assault, a scrapper, and 2 rookies here. I actually don't know if this is the updated hunter, as there was a big update for the shadow op classes. Already target weapon handling. Stalker lead the target. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Actually, I don't know if the hunter was one of those. But yeah, we're gonna launch into this. I'll double check if we do need to respec any of these characters. We will do so on probably the next episode. Karuka, the developer of most of these mods for Long War the Chosen, has been updating constantly, and we are very lucky and blessed to have her as every day that I stream, there's typically some type of update or balance change we need to make, and she is very, very quick about doing that. The goal here, as all extract missions, is going to be 8 crates, but if we can get that legendary 12 crate mission, I'd be very, very happy about that.
In the process of airlifting a number of supply crates out of this area, and we have an opportunity here to take a few.
And it's much easier to get 12 crates at an early force level than it is as you progress into the campaign. We should be fairly safe to double move here right off the get-go. There could be a drone floating around, but in most of my experience on this map and with this mission, double moving on your first move is fairly safe. It's been like one time where that's been a bad idea, but it happens from time to time. No sound was heard initially either, so I do want to be a little bit more aggressive here with Kickboxer. We're trying not to reveal until we can actually be on top of a few crates, and then we'll try and let Advent mark some and push up and around to try and quickly clear the map in order to have the most time possible to grab some crates. All these shotguns are going to be really, really good against drones, as they can typically one-shot the drone if you're close enough. They do have a range of 4 to 6 with 1 armor pierce, I believe, so you really only need to hit that 4 or 5 or 6 to get that kill. And then there's crit chance on top of it. Still nothing spotted. Want to be a little careful here, as there can be a patrol near to the train, especially when we start as far back as we did. But we are not seeing anything so far. Now this is our assault, I believe. It is our assault with the running gun, Beefy. And we're gonna throw him up there to be next to a crate, get some vision. Nothing so far. We do have a crate over here, only one that we can see so far, and several on this left side. So let's use this opportunity to keep the squad moving. It does look like Astro with his SMG is really going to be in charge of the crate gathering. And if we can get Karuka up here, we would have decent vision over some engagements, but getting her up here could be good as well. Because a lot of the times I find by this doorway in this area, you're going to have a pod, and then I find that the other pod likes to hang out near the back. But since she is a hunter, getting her up close might also work quite well, as we can use snapshot to get flanking shots and high damage potential. as well as use her melee weapon for some additional damage. We're going to hit end on our keyboard to end the turn. You can also hit the X in the top right, so you don't have to mark the crates, but you are allowed that action after double moving or using up all your soldier AP for that turn. Beefy, being our shotgun boy, is going to be moving up and actually not focused on that crate. We are going to kind of leave some of the back crates to Astro Boy so that we can sooner get into an engagement. We are looking for the first pod before we start marking. Though there is a strategy that we're not going to be using here, but we might on a future mission where you actually reveal yourself by grabbing crates. The RNF timer does not start until Advent notices you. Let's scout over this way a little bit, and we do find the first pod. 3 unarmored units. Fantastic. An AP grenade potentially could end the lives of all 3 of them. And so with that in mind, we're going to move up just a tad bit with our other soldiers. Keep some overwatch in case they somehow wander over this way. But really, we are looking to engage next turn and start marking some crates. Doesn't get much better than this. It does look like we have 4 crates on the right side, so there might be more of a focus on the right side crates on this map. It does kind of shift between the two, but we do also see that we have 4 on the left. And the crate up here might be the one that's going to be really challenging to get if we want to go for the 12 crate. You know, golden mission. I am going to start this off with flagship using the AP grenade, hopefully going to get the triple kill, which he does, and the timer has started. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to throw evac, and we're going to try and get this just as forward as possible so that that comes in before the RNF does. Now, one of the tricks to this type of mission is you want to have your people on crates, but you're not going to grab the crate until Advent starts marking. We also aren't really trying to trigger another pod right now if we can help it. But I am going to bring... I don't know if I actually want to bring Beefy over there. I might just want to bring Karuka over here so we can make sure we can grab multiple crates. Beefy will throw on Overwatch. We are not marking there. We are overwatching here, overwatching here, overwatching here. And let's see what Advent wants.
Advent has already marked a couple of crates for extraction. If we move quickly, we may be able to...
There is a limit of 3 crates that can be extracted per turn by the Sky Ranger.
Signal from the transponder. Firebrand is en route to make the pickup.
But we should have plenty of turns to grab all the crates.
Good work. Advent's locator is down and our transponder is...
This is going to require us to do a double move to get there.
I guess.
So let's start with Karuka. See about picking up this loot with flagship. And since we have not triggered anything, I'm going to move Karuka into the half cover position and hope that there's nothing coming our way. That'll give us 4 crates marked. There's more than likely a pod over here. But let's get it started, right? We do have run and gun. Oh, they are in the middle. This is a Frostroid Sectoid Biotrooper. The scariest thing here is certainly the Biotrooper, as the Biotrooper does have an AoE type grenade that we could use. Flagship would be in half cover there. I don't know if your AP grenade is going to get all the way up and over. It certainly is not, which really does tell me then that Beefy's would not either. So I don't know if we're going to get any real action on that pod right now. That being the case, we will move up into full cover positions. We will keep Astro Boy over on the left side. And 14% chance to crit really is not great there. Instead, I think I want to get Beefy backed up. We want to overwatch here so we have a point of guard. If you guys do not know what guard does, guard is going to downgrade an attack, one attack. If it's a hit, it will downgrade to a graze. If it's a graze, it will downgrade to a miss. If it's a miss, it does not use guard. This is modified by your dodge, of course, which was helping downgrade attacks regardless. So having a lot of dodge on a hoplite can be very, very beneficial. The mind control does suck, but hopefully we'll have a method to kill the sectoid this turn and or release the mind control.
You don't want to annoy me.
And we take misses all day.
Firebrand is on deck for recovery. Keep marking those crates, Menace 1-5.
Now there is an overwatch, which is going to be a little difficult to run from the frost droid. If we take a look at Eagle Claw here, actually, how do we run this? Well, what we could do is we could showcase guard. You get a guard if you do not use an action at the end of your turn, and what we can do here is we can guard to bait the overwatch. It's going to miss, so we still get to keep our stack of guard, and at the end of our turn we're going to get a second stack of guard. Karuka with her blade, taking advantage of that melee vulnerability, killing the sectoid, releasing our mind-controlled soldier.
What I do? Here we go. Some high-tech weapon thing.
Now, Beefy is going to run up here, get into the action as well, and we're going to make sure that we can bull rush one of them if necessary, which we can. We can bull rush either of them. I am going to use an AP grenade, see if we can't roll a 4 and a 5, even though there is drop off as it spreads out, but we did get the 5 on one of them, which is more than enough. This is actually going to give us a great opportunity to move Eagle Claws up, just take the flanking shot. Only at 75, but hopefully we have follow-up if he misses. Nope, never worried, got the kill. That is 6 cleared off the map. Let's use Astro Boy to start marking some crates. We're not going to mark that crate, as we do hope Advent does want to grab it. And there should be one more pod. It does not look like there's any crates on top of the building, which is good for us. But this does mean we have 1, 2, 3 over here. 1, 2, 3 over here. 4 puts us up to 7 that we found, plus 8 that we've marked, 9 that we've marked. So there are 4 crates on this side, 3 on this side. We're gonna move just flagship up just a little bit here. We're not gonna mark that crate. We will overwatch flagship, and we're gonna end our turn.
They're moving as quickly as they can to get those crates. If we want our share, we'll have to move just as fast.
The last pod is on the left side, which we are a little bit out of position for, but we will hopefully be able to rotate over and potentially prevent any damage taken. The goal at this point is now 12 crates flawless. We are going to mark this crate, as we are going to be moving off of it. Now, the assault trooper does have armor, so the AP grenade has little value there. He also really is going to want to try to get close and do as much damage as possible with his shotgun. Now, the best counter to a shotgun is going to be full cover. We're also going to see about getting some folks up that way to help out. I think we are going to be using Karuka back here to mark these crates while we get everyone else running. She does have 12 mobility, which will certainly be useful. You are going to be unable to get any kills this turn here. Might have to have Eagle Claws also fall back and grab a crate. The Advent Trooper and the Frost Droid are just at that perfect distance where I don't think we're going to get the grenade on the AP grenade on both of them. But not to worry, we have 2 AP grenades here. So let's see which one Astro can get a better grenade on. Does look like the better grenade is going to be on the Trooper here, so let's throw that one to start with. Good kill. Let's get good grenade here. And now the focus is going to be getting our hunting shotgun up into the face of this assault trooper by whatever means necessary. Or like the best means, I should say, not whatever means. You guys know what I mean. So this guy is going to aggress on us. I'm going to put Eagle Claws here behind the full cover. He's going to be able to stun if necessary. And we're going to get flagship behind full cover. Now this did leave our hoplite in half cover versus an incoming shotgun. But our hoplite does have a point of armor, does have high dodge. And while he does not have guard, I think that gives us the best opportunity to potentially avoid damage. The assault trooper is going to throw his mag grenade, which I did forget about, which might take away our flawless, or it'll do 2 ablative and 1 ablative, keeping the flawless mission going. Four crates left. We are going to be moving Karuk over here to grab that one. You now have the potential to stun this guy. If you miss off this 86, well, we might be in trouble. We do also have a frag grenade follow-up, though, to destroy the armor, flanking shot with Astrobio, and a flanking shot with our hoplite. So I do think that we have solutions here if necessary. I think it's important to pay attention to what solutions you have if you do miss, as hits are not guaranteed. And since we did get that hit, it is time to clean up the rest of these crates and worry about killing this guy next turn. Let's see about getting a few more points of damage onto the stun trooper. To no avail, sadly. But we will 100% be able to kill this guy next turn. With all these shotguns we have up close, they should handle it. It will just be more about getting to evac. Lucky us, evac is close, and RNF is going to be at least 3 more turns.
This is Firebrand. It's time to go.
The last crate to evac is over here. And since it is already marked, we do not have to worry about that. We are going to start off with the Knife Fighter, just for a little bit more bonus guaranteed damage, or the full crit. Just remember, you do not need cover if everything is dead. I feel like I'm a flight attendant selling gameplay mechanics right now. So we are going to wait for this crate to evac, though we could evac with some people right now and potentially save a will point.
Guess I'll take your word for it.
Let's go hop into evac, go home with our rewards, and call it a day. Let's take a moment to showcase the 12 crate mission.
I'm out of here.
All XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
And let's take a moment to appreciate the flawlessness of that mission. That is a ridiculous poster, as is that one. I don't know why there's a couch up there, but I love it. We're going to take that poster and say, wonderful, the Angels of Death. Now I am going to have to go rub this in Darava's face, who is also doing a Mod Jam campaign, a fantastic dude, and mention to him that yes, I did do a 12 crate mission, and yes, it was flawless.
Is a minor footnote in history, a small bump on the path of salvation.
Looks like our Salt is going to be grabbing Lightning Reflex. If you don't know about Assault and Lightning Reflexes, it's a shame they don't really have 2 other perks here. Lightning Reflex is just such a strong perk, you always take it. Now the Hoplite does have some interesting options here, especially with Stationary Target, which can increase our primary weapon damage, our primary being our pistol, Hollow Targeting, which is always very strong, and Disabling Shot in our XCOM row. All great perks. As for the Lance Corporal perk, we have Adrenaline. Kills gain additional ablative. I believe you can get up to 5 times per mission, so you can get +5 ablative. It's better early on than late game, as you're not going to be getting as many kills with your hoplite, but it certainly has value. Bare Knuckles increases our melee damage, which does synergize well if we do want to go into things like Shield Charge or Shield Trauma. this works with our shields. Rapid deployment is also great. Grenadiers have this perk, get to throw a grenade, do some other actions. Using rapid deployment though does take away the free guard that you would get. It might be one of the weakest of the three. We are going to take the adrenaline here and go for more of a killing type build, using like adrenaline into center mass, Aegis for reduced damage taken while shield wall is up, shield charge to activate shield wall, and protect and serve to shield charge, get shield wall, get in action, to hopefully feed a few kills to get that additional ablative, keep that guard up, things of that nature, especially as we progress. The hunter, I do need to go double check that we do not have the right hunter. So actually, before we even promote her, we're going to go update that. And the scrapper, we're going to take bare knuckles. His knife and his stun bull rush both are affected by bare knuckles. The other option, fastball, is you can throw a grenade for free action. It's pretty good, especially since they do have a lot of good grenadier perks. Eat this is going to increase their aim and crit on attacks adjacent to targets. Once you're up in their face, additional crit chance is nice to have. There's a lot of value there, but we're going to be taking the bare knuckles. We did get 67 supplies, 9 alloys, 8 Elerium, and an Elerium core, as well as a perception and suppressor from that mission, which is fantastic. And let's go to our hunter real quick. Respec selected soldier to get the updated tree. And now we see that weapon handling has been removed. The Lance Corporal options are still the same, but now we have tracking at Corporal. We have this new ability called Burial Blade. Slash an enemy within movement range. If the attack is lethal, its AP cost will be refunded. This does have a 2-turn cooldown, but it ignores sustained effects. Very good against Priest and several other units, such as the Commando tier units, as we progress into our campaign. Those are the big changes there. The Hunter plays either like a melee or a snapshotting sharpshooter at times. Since we do have Cutthroat currently on our XCOM row, as well as Concentration, but we don't have Combatives, we are going to be going Keen Edge, though, and going for like a melee shooty build. Melee is the priority. Keen Edge is going to increase our sword damage and ignore armor, which can be super useful in the early game. We also have a couple rookies who have some well-earned promotions. Looks like we do have 60 aim, 16 mobility, 3 health here. I think I already have an assault, which I do, but a second one is not necessarily bad. Though there was some updates to the infantry, so now that I've been talking myself through it, I think we're going to take the infantry. The infantry is kind of a great class to use as a support shooter. They do have light 'em up to make them more like a ranger, and perks like Locked On to increase their aim versus suppressed targets, offering some control there. They also, like an assault, get access to the arc pulsar. We do get stun and several of those upgrades as we go. Quick zap, chain lightning, close enough, something comes close, you try and stun it. Some of the newer abilities here though are Jolt Awake, which is going to work like a revival protocol, removing disoriented, stunned, panicked, or unconscious. We also have access to Field Surgeon. This is the second class that gains access to it other than the Specialist, to reduce wound timers, and I think is going to be a very solid pick. Flagship, looking pretty with his 67 aim, 14 mobility, and 5 health. We do have the Agent option, another Hoplite, or an Infantry. Now, if we take a look at our current roster, I don't think we have an Agent. We do have one Agent. We have one Agent, and the second Agent is something that I'm very keen to have. Agents are going to be really good at getting additional perks from hack rewards using Perfect Plan, and Heist Artist Combatives is going to offer a lot of control. Things like Flesh as well are going to come in very useful, so we'll be able to run and slice our Flesh as needed. And Shotgun Finesse, crit chance and mobility with a shotgun increased. Very, very nice XCOM row picks. As we jump back into the Geoscape here, we are going to leave this engineer for the moment, as we are looking for 2 more missions to queue up. And we did snag our first one with a decent timer. 7 days, 4 hours for Resistance personnel and Resistance contacts. If the game will load it, there we go. It does look like 1 Resistance personnel and 2 rookies, which is absolutely okay with me. We could certainly use more rookies. Now, since this does have a hack reward, we are going to grab Raptor. But let's take a look real quick and make sure that we can have a 4 squad ready to go. Something I would actually leave off this squad is nothing. Something on Blackguards. The assault and the scrapper are the two that I may want to spread out a little bit so that we can get like an infantry scrapper. Even a shinobi might be nice there. And then we get the agent assault here. Yeah, that'll make for 3 teams so we can at least run several missions at once. With that in mind, we are going to be taking Raptor then, so we have the option to remotely hack or use our agent to get some hacking rewards here. Templar Specialist, Arsonist, Agent. Let's grab a couple rookies to get promoted. We're going to grab Hidden Sage. Decent enough aim, all well-rounded stats, 4 health, 64 aim, 15 mobility. We will keep him with an assault rifle and we'll give him a grenade and an AP grenade. This is going to be a 5-man mission. We are going to look at Specialist, not wanting to really bond with anyone on this team at the moment. Are you friendly with Krovax at least? You are. Okay, so we'll get the Specialist with the Arsonist. And we're going to send them on their merry way. Now we are looking for our second mission. We know this expires in 5 days. We may want to grab that before making contact down here. But let's see about what our second timer is. We are not looking to build anything just yet. We are trying to get the GTS out first so that we can gain access to wet work and, more importantly, Vulture. Alien Biotech finishing up does leave a few options open to us. There is an argument to be made to go straight into the Trooper Corps. And the reason for this is this gives us access to the Proving Ground, which would then give us access to mechs. The other thing that I'm considering, though, and what I'm trying currently in my streamed campaign, is going with basic research. Because we're not going to have the supplies to get the Proving Ground out immediately anyway, with the GTS needing 225 supplies on top of the 150 to get Vulture and Wet Work out, I think going into basic research is a good early option. This will reduce research time for all our projects as it acts as another scientist. We do get our second mission here with 3 days, 10 hours, and there's not a timer I can actually run, which is certainly disappointing. We are going to hope that our next region that we will unlock will get us some better timers. But we're going to go grab this engineer right now to put him to work. Let's go finish making contact and see what we're working with in this region. We're also going to have our supply drop coming in soon, and we are realistically a mission behind where I would want to be. Since we know that... Ooh, we have a strength 3 region. Since we know that there is no more missions that we can discover there currently, we are going to pull the scientist out and throw a Haven Advisor in there. And our supply drop is in 3 days. But we are looking for missions over here, so we are going to throw the scientist. That has 1 day, 22 hour. We're going to scan a New Brazil, even though it's strength 3, and see about finding a mission. The jailbreak is ready to go, but that's going to have to be for the next episode. This has been Illogical, guiding you through Long War the Chosen Mod Jam Plus Edition. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one.